Okay, so I want to talk to you about passwords, okay? Passwords are designed to keep someone from accessing your information. And it used to be that a password would be strong if someone just couldn't guess it. So we're not going to use any obvious information like our birthday or address that people could just look up online and figure out about us. But now it needs to be even more complicated because what we're worried about is not a person guessing our password, we're worried about a computer guessing our password. So if my password were, say, my cat's name, Freddie, right? Then they would only have to guess 26 times to get each letter. That would only take a computer 2 seconds to figure out using a brute force algorithm. So that means that the computer just guesses and guesses letters in all different combinations until it figures out my password. And it doesn't matter what the word is, as long as the word is just letters, that is going to do it. Okay? So in your passwords, you need to have letters, and they should be both upper and lowercase. So that is one thing. You need to have numbers and you need to have symbols. If you have all three of those things, you have a strong password, okay? If you are missing a symbol, so if I did Fred 99, it's going to be a moderate password because I do have letters and I do have numbers, but I don't have symbols. Same thing if I just use Fred and an exclamation point. It's much weaker if I only have two things, so it's moderate. Now, the weakest kind of password at all is to do just one thing. And in fact, some people just do a word, and that is actually stronger than just doing numbers, but only doing one of those combination of things, regardless of which one you choose, is going to be weak, okay? Of course, you're going to choose a password that wouldn't be something that would be easy to guess, like your pet's name. I shouldn't use Fred or Buckeye or Einstein as my password because you all know my cat's names, right? And of course, you're not going to share your passwords with your friends because something could go wrong and they could post something, right? So some ideas is you could choose a song or a book or a movie and go from there. And you could create a phrase where you use the first letter or the first two letters, right? My dad actually used for his password for years, he used the phrase, no good car. Okay. And then so no good car, because he worked at General Motors, so that was kind of a joke on his job. And then he used his clock number for that job, and then he had a symbol at the end. So I've just given you my dad's password, but he's no longer using it. So one of the great things that you can do when you write a password, if I look at this one, okay, is you can take symbols and use symbols or numbers in place of letters, right? So I could make a password that is my cat's name and make it unique. So I could say Freddie, but instead of the E, I could use the number 3, right? And then I could use, uh, I could use exclamation point in place of the I. So instead of the E's, I'm putting 3's. Instead of the I's, I'm putting an exclamation point. And now that password is a lot stronger, even though it's still my cat's name. Okay? So make sure you're using strong password safety. Now, that said, all you need to do is make one strong password for school because you have a password manager. You have Clever. So Clever is going to keep all your passwords for school except for the one that you need to log on to Clever, which is your Google Classroom for your class. Okay? So make one strong password, remember it, and use it for school. And in your own life, you can make one strong password and save all your passwords to Google, and then you just need your password to log into Google. Okay? Have a great one.